Little does she know, I'm stupid. Alright, we have to find out what this programmer is all about. We have to. We can still talk to her. Good.
What is it?
Woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Hey, are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
I can say that because I've already been to the doomed commercial area. I can speak words. Sorry, it's 5 a.m.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Doesn't make sense. Well, I don't know her name, do I? So.
I am Soona Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Okay, this opened up additional conversation prompts. We might save that question for never. Let's start with something weird. How do you feel about unnoted dance?
What? I hate it.
I love all these options. Same here, it just doesn't connect here. Not like disco does anyway.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, right. But how do you feel about a club for noted dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
None of these are correct. A youth center would be nice.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Okay, I'll have to take a look at that task to see how it updated. What are you doing in an abandoned church? Like, it just seems like going in reverse is the right order.
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I'm a fucking detective.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
Exactly. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground again. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Okay, so as the astute observer will note, because I'm wearing a different shirt than I was at the end of episode 46, time has passed between those recordings, and I've been thinking a lot about this, and I'm like, man, there are two possibilities. There are really only two possibilities when it comes to that strange conversation I had with the man in the rafters. First is, that conversation is reality, right? It really happened. That man, or that thing that used to be a man, exists. And I talked to him for real. And that implies that all the other supernatural stuff, might not necessarily be real, but has a more likely chance of being real. Like, maybe I really am talking to my necktie. Maybe Placence is actually correct that there's some sort of weird spiritual voodoo happening that's dooming businesses at the doomed commercial area. I didn't really buy the Dice Maker's explanations, frankly. And of course, the other possibility is, like, there was nobody else in the church at the time when I talked to that creature up in the rafters. So that could have just been in my head, right? But we've got this programmer, the game is clearly presenting her as a real person. She's there in front of me. She's acknowledging actions that I did. She is referring to and has talked to characters that I've already talked to, right? So there's all the signs of this being, real in terms of the game world. She's referring to something that the figure referred to. So, and I gotta tell you, I'm excited. I was hoping that all these hints at, low fantasy that I was getting as I was playing this game would be leaned into at some point, and I'm excited to find out that we are going to be leaning into it, because it's just so cool. All right.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Oh, nice. I get an extra prompt because of my interfacing, which I think is helped by my gloves. Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
I can see the predicament.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer. We found the thing that she likes talking about.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Little does she know, I'm stupid. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure
You
it.
measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
You can't see the wind, but you can see the wind's wind. Or you can see the leaves blow.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. Yeah, it's kind of freaky.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Necroplasmic life forms. I don't know how she'll feel about this question. Which is a good reason to ask it. Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Nothing to do with ghosts. We'll write
She
down.
has already turned back to her keyboard.
Sometimes I sort of wish the character model would reference what's happening here. It does sometimes. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located? That didn't have the effect I was hoping for. You know, like well, I guess it did. You know, I mean, I guess I was hoping that she would engage with it, but I was asking it to kind of figure out how far she was going down her hypothesis route. Like, it's like, is she making any connections between this weird nothing that she thinks is there and weird shit happening in the world yet? And that seems to be no. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
I got good peepers.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
Oh, now I'm forced to tell her about the creature. Interesting. This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
What? She... Just a matter of fact, I know. What? How does she shrug that off? You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Well, that's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world.
Great.
For now.
Thanks.
Answer to this is yes. Have you seen the man living up in the rafters? What? This is where the Crabman lives. I know. You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here? No, I don't. But you know he's... Oh, okay. But you know he's around?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Got it. Sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No, you're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Huh. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIM prefix processing unit.
RAM Prefect, it's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now. No, I'm Master Circuit Bender. I know everything. Oh, you know, it's been a while since I've had a prompt like this. I'm gonna go with it. I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
Weird.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Huh. And the AR-1? Is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
She likes talking about this shit.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
I like how she's advising me on how to put together my own rig.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
I sensed that. I didn't even need empathy. And what are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Thanks.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light
I know.
casting her face in a strange shadow.
I know the answer to this.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Yeah, getting asked questions while you're trying to program sucks.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
I'm not sure if I care about that. What about those bowls of water over
They
there?
are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Right.
Great.
She'll be grateful for that. We have a couple of thoughts that we've
Fairweather
completed.
T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Interesting. +2 to hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT500 armor. That's cool.
Magnesium-based life form. We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must mankind rely on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny. This is the era of guided evolution, and magnesium is the key. You are the first of your species, the next step in human evolution, an advanced magnesium proto-man who mags it up, drinks it down, and sniffs it sideways.
+46 and 2 just ahead of me, I guess. +2 to volition. Magnesium receptacle glands. That's nice. And that volition's what controls our pool of morale, right? Yeah, look at all that morale! Hell yeah! Especially since it's taken a beating. Cold wind blows in from the broken gallery. Makes your skin crawl. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what was going on with the, We can do the speakers, ask Soona how she feels about the nightclub. Tell Andre about Soona's thoughts on the nightclub. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's almost time to go and talk to the smoker on the balcony. So, we've actually managed our time quite well. Still walking because it told me to. And I look so ridiculous. My detective hat. My fictional detective hat and my invulnerable gloves. Okay. We should be able to talk to these guys, and then I think I figured out how to fast travel. We'll go back to the east side. I don't know if fast travel consumes time. We'll find out. A speaker. Big kind they use for live music. Can I talk to...
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets,
Hardcore!
I'm just gonna say nothing.
Hardcore!
I'm gonna double down on the nothing.
Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent.
Just fucking surprise him with that? I love it. I love it. I was still wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Whirling Rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yeko Kata, the place to be!
Why is this Yekokata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place!
could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Solve the egghead puzzle? Okay, we'll figure that out later. Let's talk to
Hi
Andre.
again. So, how are things going?
Looks excited. Tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. Eee. About the church. I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the shadow-clad being climbing on the beams. Man living on the ceiling.
Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think?
Other people know about this crab man? Dude, I love Crab Man. Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, that was my... Let's surprise them with this. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry. I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Oh, good. Thinking. It's a nice new turn of events.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe, I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Soona, former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man! Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Have you seen the company you keep, motherfucker?
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress. The love? No, I'm not really feeling it at all.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
Worst German pronunciation I've ever heard. She did not like the United Dance Club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
I don't like this Noid guy.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Annoyed. Yeah, I went there.
Unity! Dance!
This guy is on something. I mean, I guess I can't judge. She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, honor man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
I already said she didn't. Well, actually, I just said she didn't like the idea. I'm gonna lie to them. Oh, she gets down. I mean, who doesn't? Just listen to that crazy pulse.
Wonderful! If coexisting fails, you can
They're
always
fucking
muscle
kids.
her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
I want to ask about so many things, but I want to catch the smoker on the balcony. That's it for now.
Bye, officer.
I have a feeling this could have gone a lot of different ways. Probably that's true of a lot of these tasks. Huh. Alright. Let's get out of this noisy ass tent.